A cracked bumper looks finished. A broken plastic tab looks useless. A snapped mirror cover looks like trash. And that is how most car plastic gets treated now. Throw it away. Replace the whole part. Pay for paint. Pay for labor. Pay for clips. But plastic is not metal. And a crack in plastic does not always mean the part is dead. Sometimes it only needs three things. Something to hold the crack closed, something to reinforce the back, and something to fill the gap. That small crack near your taillight, that broken bumper corner, that plastic tab that snapped off while you were fixing something else. A shop may look at it and talk about replacement, a new bumper cover, paint matching, sanding, primer, clear coat, $300, $400, sometimes more. Now I want you to sit with this. Some broken car plastic can be rebuilt with a few dollars of material. A piece of charcoal, a bottle of super glue, a little sanding, and one reinforcement step most people skip. It sounds strange, charcoal and glue. But once you understand what is happening, it makes plain sense. The charcoal is not magic. The glue is not magic. The trick is using powder as a filler, glue as the binder, and reinforcement behind the crack so the plastic cannot open again. Glue fills the crack. Reinforcement keeps it from opening again. That is the part that matters. But before we go further, I want to be honest. This is not for crash structure. It is not for airbags. It is not for seatbelt parts. It is not for suspension parts. It is not for radar brackets, safety sensors, or anything that protects you in a crash. And it is not for a bumper that is smashed into pieces after a serious accident. This is for non-structural plastic. Bumper covers, plastic tabs, trim pieces, splash shields, mirror covers, headlight housings, small cracks, small holes, broken plastic edges. The kind of part that often gets replaced, because replacing is faster than rebuilding. You are not repairing the crash protection of the car. You are repairing the plastic cover. And if you understand that difference, this little trick can save you real money. Let me tell you what is actually happening. Most bumper covers and trim pieces on modern cars are plastic. They are light, they are flexible, they are cheap to make, and they can take small impacts without bending metal. But once plastic cracks, it has one problem. It keeps flexing. Every time the bumper moves, the crack opens a little more. Every vibration makes it worse. Every touch pulls the split apart. So if you only put glue on the outside of the crack, it usually fails. The glue is sitting on top. The crack is still moving underneath. That is why so many plastic repairs break again. The secret is not just glue. The secret is the order. Clean it, rough it, align it, reinforce it from the back, fill it, sand it, then finish it if the repair is visible. That is the whole system. Now, here is where the charcoal comes in. Super glue, also called cyanoacrylate, is a thin, fast-curing glue. By itself, it is good for tight cracks. But it is not good at filling big gaps. It runs, it drips, it cures thin, and thin glue alone can be brittle. But when superglue touches a porous powder, it soaks into that powder and hardens very quickly. The powder gives the glue body. It turns the liquid into a hard filler. Baking soda can do this. Cement powder can do this. Charcoal can do it too. Charcoal is porous. It holds the glue. It fills the gap. And when the superglue soaks through it, the mixture becomes hard. That is why this method works best when the charcoal is crushed into fine powder. Not big chunks, not dusty dirt from the floor. Fine black powder. The smaller the powder, the better it fills the crack. The better it fills the crack, the cleaner and stronger the repair becomes. But remember this: charcoal and glue fill the damage. They do not stop the plastic from flexing by themselves. That is why the backside needs reinforcement. Mesh, hot staples, small drilled anchor holes, fiberglass screen, or plastic repair mesh. Think of it like concrete. Concrete is strong, but concrete with steel inside is stronger. The same idea works here. The glue and powder make the hard filler. The mesh or staples stop the crack from opening again. Now, here is what you need. A small bottle of super glue, cyanoacrylate glue. Thin glue works best because it soaks deeper into the powder. A piece of charcoal, or charcoal powder if you already have it. A small file, sandpaper, or a hammer to crush the charcoal. A sanding block. 80 grit or 120 grit for rough shaping. 240 grit for smoothing. 400 grit if the repair will be painted. A cleaner or degreaser. A microfiber cloth. Gloves. Eye protection. Painter's tape. A small brush or stick for packing powder. And reinforcement for the backside. Metal mesh. Fiberglass mesh. Window screen mesh. Plastic repair mesh. Or hot staples if you have a plastic stapler. If you do not have a stapler, mesh is the easier route. If the repair is visible on the outside of the car, you may also need body filler, primer, matching paint and clear coat. That is the part that makes the repair disappear. Glue fixes the crack. Sanding shapes it. But paint makes it look finished. Now let me show you the order. Step 1. Inspect the damage. Do not touch the glue yet. Look at the crack from the front. Then look from the back. Push gently on the plastic. If it moves, the repair needs reinforcement. If a tab is broken, see how it originally lined up. If a corner's missing, check whether you still have the broken piece. If the plastic is shattered into many pieces, replacement may be smarter. A clean crack is a repair. A destroyed part may be a replacement. Know what you're looking at before you start. Step 2. Clean the area. This matters more than people think. Car plastic is covered in dirt, wax, road oil, silicone and old dressing. Super glue does not like dirty surfaces. Neither does filler. Use a cleaner or degreaser. Wipe the front. Wipe the back. Let it dry. If the area is greasy, clean it twice. A bad repair often starts with a dirty surface. Step 3. Rough the plastic. Use 80 or 120 grit sandpaper around the crack. Especially on the back side. You are not trying to make it pretty yet. You are giving the glue and filler something to bite into. Smooth plastic is hard to bond. Scratch plastic gives the repair grip. Rough the area around the crack. Not just the crack itself. Go at least 1 inch around it if you can reach it. Step 4. Align the crack. Push the 2 sides of the plastic back into their original shape. Use painter's tape on the front to hold the crack closed. If the piece wants to spring apart, hold it with clamps. If you cannot clamp it, use tape and support from behind. Do not glue a crooked bumper. If you glue it crooked, you make the crooked shape permanent. Alignment first. Glue second. Step 5. Reinforce the backside. This is the step that turns a weak repair into a real repair. If you are using mesh, cut a piece that covers the crack with extra space on both sides. Place it across the backside of the crack. You can use super glue to tack it in place. Or, if you are using heat, gently embed the mesh into the plastic with a soldering iron or plastic repair tool. Do not burn through the plastic. Do not breathe the fumes. Work with ventilation. The mesh should bridge both sides of the crack, like stitches, like rebar, like a patch under the skin. If you are using hot staples, place them across the crack from the backside. Space them along the crack. Each staple ties the two sides together. This is why the crack does not open again. Step 6. Make the charcoal powder. Take a small piece of charcoal. Crush it into fine powder. Use sandpaper, a file, a small hammer, a metal spoon. Whatever gives you a fine black powder. Remove big chunks. You want powder, not rocks. The powder has to pack into the crack. The finer it is, the cleaner the repair will be. Step 7. Pack the crack. From the backside first, push charcoal powder into the crack and over the reinforcement. Do not pile it too thick at once. A thin layer is better. Pack it into the gap. Then drip super glue over it. Let the glue soak through the powder. You will see it darken. It may smoke a little. It may heat up. That can happen when super glue reacts with powder. Be careful. Do not put your fingers in it. Do not touch it while it cures. Super glue can bond skin instantly. Use gloves. Use small amounts. Let it cure. Step 8. Build the repair in layers. Do not try to fill the whole crack with one giant pile. That can make a rough, brittle lump. Use layers. Powder. Glue. Let it harden. Powder. Glue. Let it harden. Build it until the crack is filled from the back. Then repeat lightly from the front if the crack is still visible. Small layers make a cleaner repair. The goal is not a mountain of black glue. The goal is a filled crack that can be sanded smooth. Step 9. Sand it down. Once the repair is fully hard, start with rough sandpaper, 80 or 120 grit. Sand the high spots. Keep the sanding block flat. Do not dig a hole in the bumper. You want the repair level with the surrounding plastic. Once the shape is close, move to finer grit, 240, then 400 if you're going to prime and paint. Run your finger across the repair. If your finger catches an edge, the paint will show it. If your finger feels a dip, the paint will show it. Paint does not hide bad sanding. Paint makes bad sanding obvious. Step 10. Use body filler if the repair is visible. If the crack is under the car, inside a wheel well, or on a hidden tab, you may not need perfect cosmetic finishing. But if it is on the visible bumper surface, charcoal and glue alone will not look factory. You need a thin skim of body filler or flexible bumper repair filler. Spread it over the repair. Feather the edges. Let it cure. Sand it smooth. This is how the repair changes from fixed to invisible. The glue gives strength. The filler gives shape. The primer and paint give the final look. Step 11. Prime and paint. If the repair is visible, spray primer over the sanded area. Use light coats, do not flood it, let it dry, sand lightly if needed, then apply matching paint, then clear coat. If it is a textured black trim piece, use trim paint or black plastic paint. If it is a painted bumper, use the car's paint code. The paint code is usually on a sticker inside the door jamb, under the hood, in the glove box, or in the trunk area, depending on the car. Matching the color is what makes the repair disappear. If you skip paint, the repair may be strong, but it will still look repaired. Now, here is the honest word about where this works. This works well on small non-structural plastic cracks, bumper covers, mirror covers, headlight housings, broken tabs, splash shields, wheel arch liners, interior plastic brackets, plastic covers, trim pieces, the kind of parts that are annoying to replace but not safety critical. But do not use this to fake safety. Do not repair a seatbelt buckle with this and call it safe. Do not repair an airbag cover. Do not repair crash sensors. Do not repair a structural bumper beam. Do not repair anything that protects you in a crash. If the plastic part affects safety, replace it. If the bumper has parking sensors, blind spot sensors, or radar behind it, be careful where you add material. Modern cars hide electronics behind plastic. A cheap repair is not worth creating a bigger problem. This method is for cosmetic and non-structural plastic. Use it there, and it can be very useful. Use it in the wrong place, and it becomes dangerous. Now, think about why this matters. A body shop is not always trying to cheat you. Sometimes replacement really is the right answer. Sometimes the plastic is too damaged. Sometimes the part needs paint. Sometimes the labor to repair it costs more than replacing it. But the system is built around replacement because replacement is predictable. A new bumper cover comes in. The shop paints it. The shop installs it. The bill is clean. The time is easy to charge. A small plastic crack takes patience. Cleaning, aligning, reinforcing, filling, sanding, painting. Most shops do not want to spend an hour saving a part when they can quote the part. That is not always a conspiracy. It is just how the business works. But when it is your car and your money, knowing the repair option changes the conversation. You can look at a cracked plastic part and ask the right question. Is it structural? Is it safety related? Is the crack small? Can I reach the backside? Can it be reinforced? Can it be sanded and finished? If the answer is yes, you may not need to throw it away. You may be able to repair it. So here is what I want you to do this week. Find one broken plastic piece on your car, not the bumper that is destroyed, not the safety part. One small cracked tab, one split trim piece, one bumper corner, one splash shield, one headlight housing bracket. Clean it, rough it, align it, reinforce the backside. Pack charcoal powder into the crack. Drip super glue into the powder. Let it harden. Sand it smooth, and if it is visible, finish it properly with filler, primer, paint, and clear coat. That is the difference between a $5 repair and a $400 replacement. I do not know what brought you here. Maybe someone cracked your bumper in a parking lot. Maybe a plastic tab broke while you were fixing something else. Maybe a shop told you the whole part needs replacing. Maybe you just hate throwing away parts that can still be saved. Does not matter. The next time you see broken plastic on your car, you will not panic. You will not start with the most expensive answer. You will ask one simple question. Can this be reinforced from the back and rebuilt from the front? If it can, you know where to start. A little charcoal, a little glue, a little patience. And that changes the whole conversation. Take care and see you in the next one.